Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking on level 4 Grand Voyage at the BARATIE against Don KREIG, and I gotta say, like, this is by far, like, the most annoying of the Grand Voyages. They've so tailor-made it around both JINBE and SANJI that I've only seen one other team that can complete it without those two units at level limit break 5, and that particular team utilizes resilience sockets, and it's very RNG reliant and still takes a hell of a lot of investment to even get it to the point where you have to keep, like, retrying the run with the friend captain level limit break SANJI, by the way. So, it's just a very, very annoying piece of content. I wasn't going to really do any, like, videos on level 3 or 4, but you guys asked me to, so I thought I would oblige. And I do want to give you a huge shout out to both Subconti and Chaozu. Both those guys have level 5, and the King Toski. They all have level 5 up videos up to beat this particular piece of content. Chaozu and Toski used the, like, team that they really wanted you to use. But I do want to give a huge shout out to Subconti for completing it with the resilience sockets and actually utilizing, like, Blackbeard. Now, what I've actually done in today's video against level 4, we do have a mono INT powerhouse team that does utilize SANJI. However, it does have to use a stalling strat. I do want to give a huge shout out to Chaozu for that one. I did see his video and I decided to create my own team utilizing the same strategy. So make sure to go check him out. Hit him with a sub, hit him with a follow. Do all that good stuff over there. The man is a demon team builder, as you guys know. And I kind of utilized some of the units that Subconti utilized with, like, Blackbeard and Shiryu and stuff like that. So make sure to go follow him as well. Hit him with a sub. Go check out those videos if you guys want to take down level 5. I'll leave both of their socials, all their good stuff, in the description below. So make sure to go check that out. If you're enjoying this video, though, don't forget to build the like button for me. If you are new to the channel, you haven't done so already, like, 60% of you guys aren't subbed. I haven't exactly checked the numbers in a while, but it was about 60%. So if you haven't done so already and you are enjoying OPTC, make sure to hit the subscribe button. With that said, let's take a look at Don KREIG at the BARATIE. Or BARATIE. BARATIE? Let me know in the comment section how you say it. Alright, so before we dive in, let's take a quick look at the team that I used to actually take this particular piece of content down. I am utilizing Super Tandem Blackbeard, the INT Powerhouse Blackbeard. You don't actually get his Super Tandem ability for this particular fight. However, you do actually get his Super Class, so he makes Powerhouse characters a lot stronger. He gives a 2.25 tons attack boost for you on the final stage, as well as a full bot of Tandem mobs, which he actually makes matching, so he's very, very good. Not only that, he can actually use the Lafitte support. Lafitte can remove 2 turns of Bind and Despair. Very, very good for the final stage. Definitely need to get around that, and Lafitte does that very, very easy. So Blackbeard's a great captain. And then the next unit we have is Marco. Marco is always got to be in our middle right-hand column. Marco is going to get captain swapped into our captain on stage 3. That way he can auto-trigger his special, giving us a 2.25 color affinity boost for stage 3, which is very, very nice. On top of that, he has paralysis removal, which is awesome. He gives color affinity for the final stage. He's very, very good. And then I just basically have Uta on him to give us an orb boost effect. Doesn't matter what character you use on Marco, as long as they give you an orb boost, it's gonna work. I chose Uta because, like, I think she's probably the only one. I think there's, like, one other, but, like, off the top of my head, I just cannot think of it. You basically just want a way to get an orb boosting mechanic, so that way Shiryu doesn't actually trigger. Next, we've got Whitebeard. Whitebeard is just, he's one of the units they want you to bring for this particular fight, mainly because he can give a base stat boost and attack boost to your INT characters, but also with his versatility, you can actually get a 90% damage reduction, which is very, very key for the final stage. He actually works out really, really nicely because he helps us tank, because we are doing a bit of stalling here. And not only that, but he can actually utilize the Jozu support, and that with this Jozu support, you can actually tank a bunch of damage. Sorry, you can remove the attack down, and then with his versatility, you can tank damage. Verse Whitebeard helps us take out stage 4 as well. It's not essential that we have Whitebeard for stage 4, but it definitely gives us a big more, like, attack, as we don't actually need his special for the final stage. Next, we've got Shiryu, the treasure map rare recruit character. This guy removes 5 turns of attack down and damage reduction, and because he is a slasher character, he can actually utilize Mihawk as well to set the defense to 0. So he basically removes the damage reduction, sets defense to 0, which removes the 5 turns of defense up, in theory, as well as removing 5 turns of attack down, and then with Jozu, you get rid of the rest. Finally, we have Treasure Map Reiju. Treasure Map Reiju is basically essential for this fight, and it's very annoying that they actually did this, because it actually rules out Legend Reiju, who can remove 10 turns of paralysis, which would have been very, very handy for the final stage. But for stage 3, she's basically, like, the only unit you can bring. They tend to do this with Grand Voyage, with treasure map, like, free-to-play characters. And she basically is just designed to take down stage 3. She removes block orbs, damage reduction, threshold, and she can get around resilience because she also has the poison mechanic, as well as giving you that conditional as well. So she's awesome. Plus, she can actually use the pudding support. There's stun on the final stage, so you do want to bring that pudding support. Finally, we are using the Ho ship. The big reason we're using the Ho ship is because Ho ship doesn't give us a HP boost, which helps us auto-trigger Marco, but can also use a special to give us some healing back for when we need to stall on stage 4. But you guys will see that once we get there. But that's basically the team. As for the sockets, basically the only ones that you really want to make sure you have are damage reduction. You want the 10% damage reduction there, and then the rest is sort of just like hunky-dory. Maybe some auto heal. Auto heal you probably want to have maxed as well as Bind and Despair, obviously, for the final stage as well. But that's the team. We are using a friend captain, level limit break 5 Sanji. Big shout out to Skur. So let's dive into the team. Alright, so here we go. Level 4 at the Baratie versus KREIG. Again, that is the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. As I mentioned, this fight is very, very annoying. If you have the level limit break JINBE and Sanji, it's actually not that challenging. However, it does take a lot of investment, as Grand Voyage does. And unfortunately, it is very, very restrictive compared to some of the other ones. On the first turn, Red Leg Zeph's actually going to give you 2 int orbs on your captains and lock them for 5 turns, which helps getting Whitebeard's versatility, which is great. And then you also get 5 turns of poison from KREIG as well. So you are going to take a bit of damage. You can use poison sockets to get around this, but we're actually going to utilize it to our advantage. So that way we can auto-trigger Marco. Remember, Marco needs to be in the middle right. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to take advantage of the game's mechanics to reload the game. Now, on stage 2, you can actually use Blackbeard's special there. I just got in a bit of a zone and totally forgot. But if you use Blackbeard's special here, you'll definitely have it back by the final stage, as he has the Sailor ability to give himself cooldowns when other powerhouses use specials. Now, if you don't get Marco, simply just reload the app. And every time you reload the app with a Captain Swap mechanic, the Captain Swap is always going to be to the middle right. So that way we can sort of manipulate the game's coding to just guarantee us a Marco swap. And when Marco switches in, we're going to cop the poison damage. And as you guys will see, because we didn't have a HP boosting ship, we are going to be very low HP. It auto-triggers Marco. We get the color affinity buff, which is great. And then we can do enough damage to take out this Pearl stage. Now, Pearl only lets you tap with 5 units. You get block orbs. Pearl has 5 turns of damage reduction and threshold. And this is where Raiju is so good, because Pearl also has resilience. Use the Raiju special here. You want to jump with Sanji, attack with your 5 units, kill the mobs, and then finish off with Pearl. And you should have enough damage with the color affinity and the conditional boost. On the next stage, we move into versing Jin and 4 lackeys. Now, these lackeys have a lot of HP, and you can only attack with 5 units. It's very, very annoying, but the way that the level 5 functions is you want to, like, kill Jin and then kill the mobs on the next stage. With Sanji, he's going to be jumped, so he has the 10 times captain multiplier for himself. But you also get 7 turns of burn and chain lock, which is very, very annoying. Sanji can remove that, however, so you want to use his special here. He also gives himself a base stat boost and a chain boost at the end. A chain boost, so he hits very hard at the end of the chain. And then you can actually use Whitebeard's special here as well. Utilizing Whitebeard's special here is actually going to give you enough damage to take out 4 of the mob members and Gin. Once you do that, we're going to stall on the last mob member, just so we can actually get our Sanji special back. Now, you can utilize Whitebeard's versatility here, just so you can tank more damage and then sort of hit with the int orbs and like psi orbs that you can just accumulate through your natural rolls. But just be very careful how much damage you do. Even though the mob member has a lot of HP, you still want to be careful how much damage you're doing, because you do have type advantage and you can do a lot of damage if you hit fairly hard. However, if you pick up some like recovery orbs, it is going to help you out a little bit. And once you get that Ho special ready to go, you're actually going to have healing as well. Again, if you really want to, you can utilize the Whitebeard versatility. I chose not to, because I didn't want to risk like having to hit with int orbs, having to like get the roll for psi orbs as well. But if you really need to, or you find that you don't have a lot of HP with your team, or something's going not exactly to plan, you can always utilize the Whitebeard versatility once again, just to give yourself that 90% damage reduction. You are going to need it for the final stage though, so just be mindful of that. However, you can get some like matching orbs here and there. Psi orbs also count as well, so if you get negative orbs, they are also going to count for you as well. Once the Ho ship comes down, you definitely want to utilize that. And once Sanji hits 2 turns of his cooldowns, that's when we can move into the final stage. Once you are moving into the final stage, make sure to jump with Sanji before you actually move on. If you don't jump with Sanji, you're going to be in for a bad time. Once you hit the final stage against Don, KREIG, Pearl, Jin, and 3 other lackeys, yes, there's 6 enemies on the final stage. They have 5 turns of defense up, 5 turns of damage reduction. They give you 6 turns of attack down. They roll your middle left special all the way back. They special bind your middle right for 99 turns. They give you stun on the bottom right, 99 turns of Scott Seal on the left hand side, 10 turns of paralysis, and then 2 turns of blind and despair after sockets, as well as giving you 7 turns of chain coefficient reduction. That's just a lot. It's a lot of stuff. This is just a lot of stuff. It's just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Not only that, but you can't use an orb boost on the final stage as well, which is very, very annoying. If you rotate orbs, Pearl is going to rotate your captains, which is just so annoying. This is why we want to get Sanji special back. Sanji can remove the paralysis and the chain coefficient reduction. He's also going to give us a base stat boost and a chain boost thanks to Blackbeard being our captain. It's not just for him, it's for our entire crew, which is very, very nice. Blackbeard is going to give us chain boundary. His super class is going to give us an attack boost. Marco can remove the rest of the paralysis, give us some color affinity, and with Uto we get an orb buff, so that way we can utilize Shiryu to remove the attack down, and then with Whitebeard's versatility, we can actually get the damage reduction. That way we remove all the paralysis, all the damage reduction, set the defense to 0, and we have an attack boost, a chain boost, a base stat boost. Now, as you guys will see, once you hit with Sanji, you will manage to kill Don KREIG. Once you kill Don KREIG, though, he hits you for about 250k death damage. So, content does so goddamn much. And level 5, if you guys don't have Sanji and Jinbe, like, max, like, honestly, I would just, like, chill on it for a little while. Hopefully this helps you out to get level 4 done. Make sure to head over to Chow's channel as well. He has a level 4 video up as well. That one might help you out over there as well. But this particular piece of content is just not, it's just not it. If I'm honest, it's just not it. But look, we asked for hard content, and this is what we got. So this is what we have to roll with. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to belt the like button for me. If you're new to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you. Yeah, to be continued. Prepare to train for the next event. Get fucked. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!